Hey everybody, it's Chaka Conroy! Welcome back to more Pokemon Platinum. Last time, we finished exploring Sinnoh Underground by showing off the multiplayer features of said place. And this time, we are continuing with our adventure by going to Team Galactic's Eterna building now that we have Cut. But before we do, I want to get some nickname business out of the way. I've decided on a nickname for Cleffa and I would like to show that off. I went with Supernova! Such a fitting name for such an adorable little pink thing, right? Okay, there were a few nicknames that I almost chose, one of which was Haley. I thought this was really applicable because Cleva's Pokedex entry mentions that it came to Earth on a shooting star, you have Haley's Comet, and on top of that, it's a girl Cleffa, so it made a lot of sense. The second one that I almost chose was Berry Jammy. This is a pink Knoppon in Xenoblade. And she's kind of a spoiled little princess, and I could have played up with that, treating this Cleffa that way. But I went with Supernova specifically because of a comment left by YouTube user Bears of Intelligence. They were saying that because of Cleva's Pokeball animation of the Dusk Ball, it would make sense to give it a really dark, threatening name, and I really like the idea of that a lot. I especially do like the Pokeball animation, like I said, so that's why I went with it. Cleffa is not the only one in our group of friends to get a new nickname, though. As we approach the building, I would like to introduce the phrase, Derpidius used cut. I love it, Derpidius. This is not my idea for a nickname, it's the idea of somebody that I personally know, but that person might be appearing as a guest later on, so I think I'll let them take credit for it when they appear, if they do. For now, we have TM46 Thief right here. This is a damaging move that'll take your opponent's hold item if you don't currently have one equipped. This can be really good if you want to take a boss's hold item or if you just want to get a hold item off of a wild Pokemon. In fact, it might be useful for me to go and hunt some Cleffa in Mount Coronet, as they can have a Moonstone, which I'll need for later to evolve Cleffa all the way. But I think for now, we can just go on into the building. Looks like we're getting into a trainer battle already. How ingenious of a trap! Hello, it's me! Haha, I have startled you. Yes, I am, after all, an officer of the International Police. It is only natural that I be a master of disguise. So you not only say that you are of the police right in front of them, but also unmask yourself within view of the clerk there. Real smart, yeah, telling us to be careful, because you sure aren't. This building, it has 2 stairs. One of them, a trap it must be. But the crooks of Team Galactic, they do not appear, how shall I say, smart. There should be an easy way to tell the stairs apart. Well, there's certainly an easy way to tell you apart from the grunts, just looking at you as you spin around and reveal yourself. Don't really think that was so smart. Welcome to Team Galactic. Are you here to donate your Pokemon? What, you're not? Then kindly get off our property. Do we have to bring the pain like we did with the cycle shop manager? So what he says there is not only a little funny, but also he is alluding to the fact that the cycle shop manager, like we heard a few episodes ago, went off to the Galactic building and hasn't been back since. So we have that. He was saying that there is a way to tell if there's a trap up ahead in these stairs. The path you choose leads to glory. You're gonna want to pick any sort of pathway that has stairs on it. No, that has a sign on its stairs. As such, though, because I want to get all kinds of useful items here, I think I will be checking out the alternate paths just to see what I can get in them. So how about we kick things off with this double battle? So sorry, sweetie. Team Galactic has no room for kitties. This is the first time seeing a girl Galactic grunt. I think so, actually. The sprite's not really all that different, so I could be very mistaken on that. In fact, I'm pretty sure we did back in Jubilife, so I really could be wrong. Wow, double Zubats. Well, I have my own, I guess double Zubat if you want to call Acrobat that. I should mention in this battle that I did give Acrobat the Dread Plate that we obtained in the old Chateau off screen. Just because that would up the power of Bite. That can be kind of useful. I don't have any sort of item that buffs flying type moves. Normally I would go for that, but I don't. Let's hope that Supernova can tank this. Yes, it can. This might actually be the first time that a battle is won with Supernova on the field at the time. Oh, you have more Pokemon than just that. That could be potentially awkward for me. Okay, Alright, I think it might be good for, oh boy, what do I do here? Meow's probably got Fake Out, Acrobat's got Inner Focus, I think it'll be fine. I'm gonna switch over to Bodhi, just to be on the safe side. I don't want Supernova to faint, I don't want to have to worry about it losing happiness by fainting. By the way, for people that have been asking, in multiplayer battles, it's not counted against you if the Pokemon faint, just like hold items are not consumed if they're consumable hold items. So you don't have to worry about its happiness dropping from us doing these multiplayer battles or anything. It should be absolutely fine. Let's see here. So you're just going for the fan attack. I guess I was a little bit too worried over nothing. I was kind of hoping it would fake out an Acrobat just so I could take a little less damage. I got Stunky here. Ugh. Okay. Thinking Wing Attack on that... Yeah, Wing Attack on Stunky, and we'll just go for the Razor Leaf hitting both opponents. That should make really quick work of this. And hey, there's that Quick Claw activating when I needed to. I know that I could give Bodhi the Meadow Plate that we got underground, but I just don't really feel it's all that necessary for me to do that right now. I think it'll be fine with the Quick Claw. Maybe a little bit later I will give it that, even though Razor Leaf is a pretty good move, and it might be worth it to do that. Maybe before a boss fight I'll do that just to outfit myself a little better. Get our experience, and I think this should be about it. I don't see any reason why I won't take out Glameow this turn. This went very smoothly. Bite there, didn't get a Quick Claw there, not like I needed it. Acrobat has, well, I keep saying made quick work of though, but I guess in Acrobat's case it's especially so because how fast it is. Feel like I got meddled with. Would you call me a meddling kid, perhaps? Oh, he said meddled and she said kid. I hope that's intentional. Whoa! Are you kidding me? Okay, I like happiness evolutions a lot because I legit don't know when the evolution is gonna happen. And I knew that Cleffa had some of the highest base happiness of any Pokemon out there, but I didn't think it was gonna happen this fast. Wow! Apparently the nickname I gave it is good luck. Cleffa evolved into Clefairy. It's gonna be a lot more useful in battle now, a lot tankier as well. Oh, Minimize. Okay, that's a move that raises evasiveness, but it makes you take more damage from Stomp. I don't think I'll teach that. It can be good, but I think I do want to avoid moves that raise evasion, especially if we are doing multiplayer battles, because a lot of people see that as cheap, and rightfully so. Let me see here. I think I'll keep Acrobat in the lead. I was thinking right there that maybe I might want to try out Clefairy right away, but I think it would be good to do that. Go down here, we can get an X Speed. Okay. I should mention that you can go around and get these items after taking out the boss of this area without having to worry about battling or anything. You tricked me. I think you're a normal NPC because you weren't aggroing on me when I walked in front of you. I guess Looker was right when he said these floors were going to have traps on them. That is diabolical. What was I fighting for again? The trend of amazing Team Galactic quotes just keeps on coming. It's just, I forgot how witty the dialogue was in Diamond and Pearl. It's great. I like it a lot. Are you going to be a trainer? No, you are not. New energy sources for the future. Sounds like you'd get along very well with the Devon Corporation. Let's see how good this Pokemon is. I stole it from some weak trainer. I swear if this is a Pokemon that we have seen before and we could imagine it being stolen from them, that'd be pretty friggin' funny. Glameow. I think if we have only seen Galactic Grunts use this so far, so if she stole this from somebody we've already seen, then that is actually pretty darn funny. At least we know what happens to the trainers that we defeat in battle. It's getting close to a level up. Kind of amazing if Acrobat evolved right at the same time that Cleffa did, or Supernova, sorry. I think this one had a sign in it. Yeah, it did. I think I will go the other route just to make sure there's nothing over there. Let me see. Actually, I know exactly what this floor is, and I wanted to talk about this. So, there's a trainer right there, and they're facing us. They're 2 spaces away, and they're not battling us? Well, you step down to talk to them. That is jerkish. I know that I said the last one was diabolical, but that one's just mean. We love when people come to us to donate their Pokemon. Yeah, I always thought that one was a jerk, because on my first playthrough, that one got me. I was like, hey, why aren't they battling? Maybe I could talk to them. Nope. Let's see, you're 640, and there it is. Here we go. So, from baggage to strongest team member in 1.5 episodes, from strongest team member to secret weapon in 1.5 more episodes, and in, well, 2.5 more episodes, gone from secret weapon to overpowered as crap. I can't wait to use Crobat in battle. Man, 2 evolutions in 1 video. This is cool. Like, maybe I don't hate that trainer that's just such a trap anyway, like as much as I thought I did. That is awesome. Okay, so I guess we're gonna be showing some more battles after this point, because we're gonna have 2 debuts to make. That one's got a sign on it. This one does not. I think I'll just use Bodhi in this fight. I don't want to really show too many battles just for the sake of saving on time, so I think I will cut this one out and just use Bodhi in this fight and save the battle debuts for a little bit later. We are getting so strong. Bodhi grew to level 24 in addition to everything we've already accomplished. That is wonderful. Let's go on and head upstairs. Cause, yeah, 2 items. Get a blue shard, like I need any more of those than I already have, and a revive. Well, that's really nice. That'll revive a fallen Pokemon with 1/2 of its max HP. Very good for this point in the game. Now, Question not and follow this path, the road to success. Are you gonna fight me? Are you? Oh! Ordinary people like you can't understand Team Galactic's grand designs. Come to think of it, I don't even know what's going on. Sounds like about the norm around here. I am very shocked that that guy doesn't fight me. Something tells me he was intended to, but maybe he doesn't. I don't know. So this room looks very jazzed up, doesn't it? Compared to Diamond and Pearl, this room is amazing. It was so bland there. What does it say? Working for world peace, Team Galactic. Oh, you guys had your sights set on the stars or whatever that guy said in the lobby. It really is true that they have no idea what's going on here. What is it with this Team Galactic? Why did they take our Pokemon? What are they trying to accomplish? You're not gonna fight me either? Sure, I'll take this an upgrade. That's a hold item that's useful for a Pokemon we'll see later on. There's a Baneri that I can go up and talk to. What is stopping me from picking these guys up? I guess maybe this person right here. Let's switch. Let's do Acrobat. Yeah, I'll put Acrobat in the lead, have its battle debut right here. Did you want something? How silly of me to even ask. You want to free the Pokemon. Fine, I, Jupiter, will deal with you. I am so sorry you got stuck with the codename Jupiter. No wonder you're so sarcastic and cynical and didn't even try to stop me when I walked in. Anyway, she's starting off with Zubat. Big surprise. Level 21. Poison flying type. Inner focus for its ability. Maybe I'll remember this time that it can't flitch. Giga Drain, wing attack, and bite. Well, I fought 2 Zubats with my own double Zubat. Try taking on a triple Zubat. See how well you do against that. This thing can't even confuse me, so I really don't need to worry at all. Your wing attack. That's cute. You think that you can stand up to me? How insolent. Take a bite of this. Hang on. Bite of this, you say? Well, sure, I will take a bite of this just fine. Thank you so much for the tip right there. Take a bite out of this, take a bite out of you. That sounds kind of weird now that I say it. Skuntank! Okay, this is potentially awkward. I think I'm gonna stick with Acrobat, though. Here comes. Level 23, Poison Dark type. Stench for its ability. I believe that lowers defense, I think. Oh, wait, no, actually, I think that keeps away wild Pokemon, so never mind, doesn't really do anything. Citrus Berry for its hold item, so it'll recover 1/4 of its HP when it gets on low health. I was wrong about that in a previous video. With the moves, Night Slash, Poison Gas, Screech, and Smoke Screen. I would use Clefairy on this fight if it were a fairy type like it becomes later on in the series, because it would be excellent at fighting this thing if that were the case, but unfortunately, it is not. So let's let Acrobat do this. Night Slash has a high chance of getting a critical hit, so I might be in trouble right here if it's able to hit me enough times. For that reason, I think I'm gonna go for Confuse Ray. Once again, I don't think this one's quite as bad as Mars's Per Ugly, but it can definitely be tough if you're not prepared, like I said. Now, on that note, I'm kind of sad that I didn't really talk about how much I like Mars when we fought her, because compared to Jupiter, I think she's a lot more entertaining. Well, that makes things awkward. I guess Supernova's gonna get to have her debut battle. If she could avenge my shiny new Crobat, that'd be pretty darn cool. We're gonna go for the return here, see how much damage we do with that. If I even get to attack. Good, okay. So it's getting softened up thanks to that Confuse Ray. Let's see this. True to its name, it is a tank. And it's even tankier thanks to that Citrus Berry. This is bad. I could hope for Poison Gas and use Encore on it. Well, no, it's probably gonna detect that I have Magic Guard, so... No, I'm just gonna go for the return, see what I get. Hits itself again, thankfully, so it is gonna be back to about the same amount of health that it was before the Citrus Berry took effect. I'm a little nervous right here. If it can hit itself in Confusion just one more time. Okay, that's not happening. Okay, if Supernova can survive. That did happen. Let's get the return. If you could crit, that'd be really nice. Doesn't. Well. Best bet is to stay in and let Bodhi finish this off. This is a tough fight, though. I'm not saying I'm entirely surprised here. Well, Bodhi, you might not have evolved this video, but it's falling to you to win this. Let's do this. Think I'm best off going with Razor Leaf? There's that Night Slash. Okay, we're good. And this should be absolutely fine. Kinda glad that everybody got a chance to fight in this one, even though that was a really close battle. Losing to some child. Being careless cost me too much. At least I could read what you said, unlike that fast-talking Mars, seriously. Well, aren't you tough? It's okay, though. Our official Pokemon statue investigation is finished. Mars has collected energy from the Valley Windworks. We're pretty much finished here. I'll let you in on one little thing. Our boss is researching the myths of ancient Pokemon. With the power of mythical Pokemon, he will become the ruler of Sinnoh. I suggest you keep out of Team Galactic's affairs from now on. This is your last warning. So you're just abandoning this building because I beat you in a Pokemon battle? That's not very efficient business if I ever heard it. Well, we got the Clefairy back for the Cycle Shop manager, but that Team Galactic. They said Clefairy came from space, hand it over. I guess they didn't really think my Clefairy was good enough to kidnap, thanks Team Galactic. Their logic baffles me still, it's like they are from space. Anyway, they're gone now, thank you very much. I can't thank you enough right now, but cruise by my Cycle Shop, okay? I like your taste in words. Now that Team Galactic has abandoned their private property over some really stupid reasons, wasting millions of dollars, seriously can't imagine this place was cheap to build, there is a bit of a secret that this building holds. If you go to Jubilife TV, and you talk to the man that lets you tell him two phrases, you want to say, everyone happy, and Wi-Fi connection. Doing that will open Mystery Gift. This will allow you to download various events over Nintendo Wi-Fi connection, or at least it did back when that still existed. On certain dates, you could get a wonder card that would give you the secret key item. If you have this doorway will open up on the first floor of the Eterna Galactic building. Go inside it, and you'll see that there are 5 appliances laid out for you on the floor. This is not the electronics section of an overpriced department store, but instead, if you remember back to Rotom's Pokédex entry, it mentions that it can possess the motors and various electronics and take control of them. That's what you can do here. Rotom has access to 5 new forms here, all giving it those higher stats that you see on screen right now. If you have Rotom take control of the oven, it will get Overheat. The washing machine gives it Hydro Pump. Refrigerator gives Blizzard. Fan gets Air Slash. And the mower gives Leaf Storm. However, it can only have one of these moves at a time. These forms are also only in Platinum version. Rotom will remain an Electric Ghost type no matter what form you take, so it doesn't get those type changes that it gets in later games with these forms. And the last of the many stipulations is that these forms are locked only to single player. In 4th gen, you cannot bring them into multiplayer whatsoever because they did not exist in Diamond and Pearl. It sounds more like a license agreement than a Pokemon when I list all those stipulations one after another, but trust me, it is a very solid Pokemon. My personal favorites are Wash and Mow for single player and Wash and Heat for multiplayer. All very good forms. The others are no slouches though. Since we're on the subject of Rotom again, I wanted to acknowledge something that's been coming up in the comments a lot. And that's that a lot of you have been asking me to use Rotom on my team. While I'm very glad to hear that so many of you like Rotom as much as I do, before this Let's Play had come out, I had already decided against using Rotom on my team because of those forms. Think of it like this. On one hand, if I were to use it without having access to that event, which I don't, I would just have that one team member that could basically never fully evolve, and could never get a lot of the better moves that it's known for. So I thought that would be kind of weak. On the other hand, if I use some sorcery to put that event back into my copy of the game, then I'd be using a Pokemon that nobody could really play along with if they wanted to recreate my team for themselves in their playthrough. In addition, I wouldn't be able to use those forms in multiplayer, so that would kind of be another detriment on me to have it on my team. Either way you look at it, it just feels to me like I could occupy that space with better stuff. Anyway though, I probably should acknowledge why I'm heading off to Eterna Forest for seemingly no reason at all. Well, driving Galactic off from Eterna was my goal this time around. There's really not anything else that I want to do in this video in the way of progress. But there is one more thing about Rotom that I would really like to talk about. Across all the games that have these Rotom forms in them, Platinum is the only one to have 2 notebooks that are just sitting on the tables in Rotom's room. These have a bit of a story to tell, and it's easily one of my favorite small details in any Pokemon game. But because all of this stuff is locked behind a Wi-Fi event that was retired so many years ago, players of today would never even know this exists. So I say, we relax underneath the trees of Eterna Forest, let the light cast down on us, and just listen to the story these notebooks tell. It was by pure chance that I obtained information about the Pokémon Rotom. Remarkably, Rotom has the ability to enter and merge with special motors. It's now known that Rotom can stay inside a motor almost indefinitely. However, it will emerge if it enters a union room or a Wi-Fi club. Rotom will also emerge from the motor if it is left at the daycare. Rotom may also forget certain moves when it leaves a motor. This Pokémon requires exhaustive observation and analysis. To ensure I get all the credit, my Rotom research must be kept secret. They will come to recognize me as the scientific genius, Charon. Our encounter was a sudden one. It was when I found my toy robot, one that I had earlier misplaced. At that instant, a Pokémon strangely emerged from the lawnmower's motor. Clutching my robot, I stared, transfixed by the peculiar Pokémon. The Pokémon hovered in the air, held aloft by a power unseen. As if curious and unafraid of my presence, it floated toward me. Crackling sounds accompanied it, as if from static electricity in the air. Remarkably, it seemed the Pokémon was the source of this power. In alarm, I flinched, certain that my face would be subjected to a shock. Much to my surprise, the Pokémon seemed to favor me with a smile. Finally, I came to realize that the Pokémon only wished to be friends. I have decided to name this most wondrous Pokémon, Rotom. Simple though it may be, Rotom emerged to me from the motor of a lawnmower. Motor and Rotom. Surely the link is obvious. Rotom is a Pokémon that is simply sensational. The fact that it can turn invisible is simply the beginning. What makes Rotom unique is its ability to enter and operate machinery. Rotom and I became fast friends. We were perpetual companions. The electricity from its body forbade contact, however. We could not touch, let alone hug or hold hands. But we cared not, for we were bonded on a much deeper, incorporeal level. A feeling of mischief got the better of me one day. Seeing Rotom hovering, I decided to startle it. Normally I would not. Perhaps frightened, Rotom discharged power beyond its usual range. I fell, stunned, into the arms of unconsciousness. When I came to my horror, I realized Rotom had disappeared. I searched high and low for my friend in dismay and desperation. Don't chastise yourself, the fault is mine, no harm done. Let us play as we always have. Though my words poured out, my friend could not be found to hear them. My search for Rotom carried me far from home. It was in the town's rubbish heap that I again found my old toy robot. Curiously, our eyes met. Then the robot waved its hand as if in greeting. I knew then that I had found my lost friend. I ran to and hugged Rotom tight, talking on and on. The robot's eyes lit up as happily as I held it. I'm certain that within it, Rotom was emitting lots of electricity. Somehow, I felt I could understand Rotom's thoughts better than before. Also, I realized that we would remain friends throughout our lives.